Hey guys, Mad Theories here. Now before I get into anything, I don't know. I think for the rest of this month, I think we might go clown crazy. I think for the rest of this month. But before I say anything about that, um, we're gonna bring you. Well, my what if theory is Jiren. Now, okay, I seen somebody do a good theory, and about how Jiren, how he could have been a former god of destruction. Now, I'm with that. But my theory is obviously different. But my theory on the whole Jiren being like a probably like a former god of destruction. Now, I say that in long terms, a story that basically Jiren. I wouldn't say he was like around since the beginning of time because that's just beyond stupid. But we're gonna keep it reasonable. We just gonna say that Jiren was probably maybe like a sole survivor from a planet or something, and maybe things went south, something probably exploded or whatever. He vowed for revenge, and then maybe he turned cold and he became a good guy or something. And then after for a while, he worked up his way into becoming a god of destruction because everybody has to start from somewhere. Because it's like you can't just start like, well, I'm already at the top. Everybody in life, you have to start somewhere, and you have to start really slow to build your way up to an empire. It's always like that. No matter how successful you are, you still have to build your way up to something. So I must assume that in the life of Jiren, that Jiren had to build his way up into something until he became like a god of destruction. Now, as a god of destruction, you would know certain things, you would know how things would play out, and you probably have destroyed like countless things in your life. So I'm gonna assume probably that in Jiren's life, as he was a god of destruction, that he had to destroy things that needed to be destroyed. And I wouldn't even go as far as to say, I wouldn't say that he helped Zeno blown up the rest of the universes because that wouldn't really make any sense. But I would say that he did blown up maybe planets and things that needed to be blown up as a duty and as your job as a god of destruction. So he did knew. I would just go as far as to say like he probably did knew Hit because Hit was around for like 1,000 years. So it's like it's possible that Hit could have known certain things that happened in Universe 7. He could have known certain things that happened in, Jiren's universe or whatever. But, um, you know, I feel that as Jiren, as a god of destruction, he, retired and was like, well, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to be a person that fights for good. I want to be a person that does to stand up to, do justice stuff. I want to be a person for justice, a symbol of peace and stuff. So it's like, I think, and my theories, I think he took Belmont and I think he taught him, in fact, to be a god of destruction. Because it's like, right now in the manga, it's like, all of the gods of destruction, like, they all fought each other. And they said he is the strongest out of all of the gods' destructions, and Beerus was having a hard time fighting against him. So it's like, oh, okay, so, this is why I said I think it's clown season, y'all. Y'all need to rock with me. I think it's clown season. So it's like, Beerus was having a hard time trying to beat him and stuff, and, because it would make sense. It would make a lot of sense that if Jiren is probably like the one that's stronger than a god of destruction, because he was one himself, which would make sense. He was one himself until he stepped down in the role. He taught Belmont to be a god of destruction. He let Belmont become one, and then he's seen later on throughout the years when Toppo was rising up in the ranks, and he was like, oh shit, all right, Toppo, he could be the next candidate and stuff. But then it was like, the thing is, it's like Toppo probably, he says, Toppo and Jiren is friends, so obviously, Jiren probably was like telling like this dude like, yo, I think he could be it, and or Belmont probably found like, this probably a better guy suited to be me and stuff, and it would be Toppo, because it's like Jiren and Toppo, they probably known each other for years, but they haven't known each other like for like probably like a very very long time, probably as how Belmont and Jiren knew each other, because it's like Jiren taught Belmont. But it's like, I feel like they're gonna probably keep that like a hush hush secret until maybe when Jiren and Goku fight, and we hear like a little bit more of his backstory, that he probably is the person that's stronger than a god of destruction, and it's probably that he taught Belmont to be a god of destruction way before Toppo and way before the Pride Troopers was ever formed. And Toppo was Belmont was basically the god of destruction. Like he taught him to become one, and it would make a little bit more sense because it's like if Belmont can beat all of the if he can beat all of the other gods of destructions, and if Jiren is stronger than all of the gods of destructions, then you know where we going with this. Like, you see what I'm saying? It's like, because it wouldn't really make any sense for Jiren to be that powerful and nobody would be able to like touch him. Because it's like, obviously, if Jiren would probably fight Beerus, he would lose. I believe he would lose. It wouldn't be no physical way. I think he would lose. He would lose and stuff. This is why I probably feel that in this theory is that I think Jiren probably taught Belmont to become the god of destruction, because it's like he stepped down because he wanted to be with this whole justice and stuff until he came along and he met Dispo, he met Jiren, and he met Toppo, and he met the rest of them and stuff. And then after for a while, that's when he was like, oh well, he was looking for candidates himself probably, and was like, later on down the road, like, we're gonna probably find like another dude. But again, he was like the candidate. Toppo was like a candidate until I guess he turned it down or whatever, or he wasn't fit for the role or something. Because it's like Toppo is powerful, but we all know he's nowhere near Jiren's level. So it's like, and another thing would probably be that Hit. I would love to say that Hit and Jiren actually met each other. I would love to say that, because it's like freaking Hit is 1,000 years old. Hit is 1,000 years old. So I'm like, I really want to say, because it's like, like, I want to say like Hit was probably bound to like university. Like I personally felt like this man was like traveling. Like I felt like he was traveling for like his 1,000 years. Like I felt like he was traveling and stuff, and he probably came across Jiren at that time. They probably fought, and I would like to say maybe, just maybe, Hit defeated Jiren. Maybe he defeated him and stuff, but Jiren doesn't really care, because he just because now he don't care, because the universe is going to get blown up if they're not the last one standing. So it's like, I personally feel that maybe they had like some sort of chemistry, because it's like when we see the whole fight turn out, I don't know, I think, because I can't really say Toppo is gonna fight Hit. I can't really say that because it's like I'm hearing that Vegeta might fight Toppo. They're gonna be fighting. Obviously, Dispo's gonna get eliminated, because it's like, we don't want. Okay, sure, it's gonna be Dispo and Hit. They're gonna have like probably like their rematch or whatever. Dispo's gonna try to do something crazy. Hit gonna probably like eliminate him or something. But if it comes down to maybe Hit fighting I'm sorry, I'm more boggled. If Hit fight if he fights Jiren first, like if he fights him just before Goku does, like he fight him first, and then they have like a little talk, then we probably might be able to have like some sort of insight to what is going on, just a little bit of some sort of insight. Because I mean, it would be interesting. It would be interesting, like if they talk for a bit, it's like, hey, yeah, remember that time and stuff. Jiren looking, yo, I don't want to talk about it. Yo, you remember that time when I beat you? I told you I don't want to talk about it. Let's see what happens now. And then after for a while, Jiren is like, I'm gonna lay you out. You keep talking that crazy shit, I'm gonna lay you out. And then they kind of like fight and stuff, and we see like just a small taste, because it's like that's what we all want to see. We still, like, we all know Jiren is broken, but we kind of want to see him versus Hit just a bit before we see Goku versus Jiren and stuff. So it's like, I don't know. Like I said, I think as a former god of destruction, he knew certain things. Strongest person in there, because it's like, again, I felt like he traded Belmont, because it has to make sense. It's like, if he's that strong and then he's stronger than all of them, it would make sense. It would make sense if he trained Belmont and stuff. Nobody's not really saying anything about it. It's like, until when Goku and Jiren fighting there, he explains everything. He's like, I was a former god of destruction, and then he probably even tell Goku like, you're a candidate. You could be possibly like a candidate to be a god of destruction. But obviously Goku would turn it down for the same reasons as Jiren gave up the mantle of it and stuff, because he's like, I'm a peaceful dude, and Goku's like, well, I'm a peaceful dude too. So, just two peaceful dudes fighting each other in order to have one of their universes saved and stuff, so Zeno don't blow it up. But I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy when we get to see the fight break out. I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be freaking crazy. But we're gonna go clown crazy. So if you like what you heard and you heard what you like, please subscribe, share to all of that wonderful stuff. And I'll catch you later.